It's quiet. Too quiet. Not gonna lie though, being too quiet can be a good thing, as it allows me to recollect myself and, process everything that's happened recently. I mean, again, I have a good while before I do another State of My Being address. But it is nice to, have a nice quiet evening in. Honestly, for how cold it is, it's soup making weather. Actually, one thing I've been doing a lot recently is, you're going to find this to be a little gross in the beginning, but hear me out. For dinner, what I've been doing is, I've been taking, frozen vegetables. I cook them a little bit, and then I pour, canned soup, following the instructions on them, and make a soup out of that. It's actually really good. Seriously, if you ever have, tomato soup, it's just, red liquid. And that's really all it is. Where's the substance? There needs to be more. And for some reason, there's not. But in the end, it's pretty good. I like doing that stuff. Let's be honest, it's been really cold lately. Yeah, we literally just had that, not even a full week span of, 60-degree weather. But, darn it, I hate it when I yawn, because that's when I always, lose my train of thought. But, yeah, I was talking about soup. This is soup making weather. Soup, salad, sandwiches. Well, maybe not salad. Salad may be a little too cold for salad. I don't know. Can there be such a thing as a hot salad? Actually, no, I don't think that's possible. But, whenever you, go out to dinner, this is, because, I'm a grown man. I get soup and salad because, again, I'm a grown man. But, whenever I do that, I always prefer my salad first, then the soup. Because, more often than not, when you get soup, it could potentially be too hot for you to eat. So, actually, I just made an argument for why you should have soup first before the salad. At least giving you the soup first. But, if I have, soup and salad first, I always have my salad first, and then, my soup, whatever it is. I say whatever it is because even though both French onion and New England clam chowder are my soups of choice, if I'm at, a restaurant that doesn't have those, or they're famous for, another kind of soup, that's what I do. Take Sorge's, for instance. Sorge is quite possibly, it's the oldest and the best Italian restaurant on Market Street. You know what? To put things into comparison, for all you football fans, it's the Larry Fitzgerald of restaurants on Market Street. That's how good it is. Yes. And I think I just came up with the title of today's video. Yeah. So, I was actually just there with my father recently for dinner. It was just the two of us, guys' night out, let's say. And, after all these years, Sorge's is still consistently really good. They're known for Italian food, as I just said before. But, Sundays, they have, a Sunday, brunch, breakfast buffet type thing. Wednesdays and Saturdays, or actually, I'll say it for later. Thursday is pasta night, I think. Friday is their fish fry, obviously. I forget what the specials are on Monday and Tuesday. But Wednesday and Saturday, though, what they're most famous for, they have a pasta buffet. With a salad bar, but that's always there. But yeah, the salad bar and the pasta buffet are really, really good. I honestly never get that sort of thing because if I ever go out, I'm really in the mood for a steak or something, and Sorge's has really, really, really good steak. Actually, one thing that Sorge's does is you can actually offer to have a blue cheese crumbles put on your steak. And so when the steak is like fresh out of like the oven or off the grill after they make it, like the heat's going to melt some of the blue cheese. Oh, that's the best. Oh, man, that's awesome. Like, yeah. So, yeah, if you ever find yourself in Corning and you're not in the mood for pizza from Anelio's or Atlas or burgers from the R&M, like, or you don't have the wallet capacity for what you gotta spend at the Cellar or Three Birds, go with Sorge's. Like, seriously, I highly recommend Sorge's. If you have an opportunity to go to Sorge's, I highly recommend it. Just like that's what I do. I tried to segue into something I was really going to talk about. So, you remember a couple days ago, I talked about how much I love the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games growing up. And I talked about the quiz that you take prior to picking who you're going to be. Based on your personality. Personality quiz, if you will. As crazy as that quiz was, it's nothing compared to what the sequels were. Yep. I played the sequels thinking that I'd get a lot of what I like in the first game in. I did. But let's just say I'm really glad they came out with 3 of them because, yeah. See, I say 3 of them because after Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, several years later they came out with Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness. That was the sequel. It featured all Pokemon from Generation 4. The problem with it is there were several TMs that were really useful that were in one game but weren't in another, and vice versa. That was just one of the major problems. Luckily, though, they came out with Explorers of Sky, which is like, I'll put it this way. If Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness were Pokemon Red and Blue, Explorers of Sky was Pokemon Yellow. That's what it was. And like in those first games, there was also a personality quiz. However, depending on what game you played, the personality quiz is different. Basically, if you were playing Explorers of Sky, they would first ask you, did you play Explorers of Time or Explorers of Darkness? It's a yes-no question. It's yes-no because if you say yes to that, you're likely to get, more options for who you are allowed to be based on the answers to the exam. However, you can only get those Pokemon if you say yes to the first question. Other than that, the questions are as follows. Go! Have you ever blurted something out without thinking about the consequences first? Man, do I have a friend back in high school who would yell at me about thinking before I speak. Do you want to be taller? Do you want to be taller someday? Once you've decided on something, do you see it through to the end? Have you ever said, nice to meet you, to someone you've met previously? Have you ever looked at your reflection in the mirror and thought, what a cool person? Have you ever thought that if you dug in your backyard, you could find buried treasure? Do you prefer to play outside rather than inside? You discover a beat-up looking treasure chest in some ruins. What do you do? Have you ever realized you were hogging the conversation when, actually considering that I'm talking to you, you see me, I can't see you, we can't really have the conversation anywhere. Yeah, I'm in the question in case you can tell. When you see a switch, do you feel an overwhelming urge to flip it? Have you ever forgotten you bought something and bought another one? Do you think it's important to always aim to be the best? Do you want to be famous? If you saw someone doing something bad, could you scold them? Have you ever told a joke that just fell completely flat? Do you like lively parties? Are you truly sincere when you apologize? Do you like karaoke? You are hiking up a mountain when you reach diverging paths. Which path do you take? Your friend takes a spectacular fall. What do you do? Have you ever accidentally called a teacher mom or dad? I don't want to answer that one. There's a rumor around about a ghost haunting school bathrooms. What do you do? Your friend is running a little late and not able to meet you. Is that okay? Do you think that no matter what, life goes on? Do you think blaming something you did on someone else is sometimes necessary? You are at a movie theater. What are you there to see? You have a really important test tomorrow. What do you do? You're in class and you realize that you really have to use the restroom. What do you do? Do you think you have good study habits? I can tell you what my answer was back in college for that one. You are packing your classroom snacks for a picnic. When you get hungry, what do? You see a cake that's past its expiration date, but only by one day. What do? Your friend has made a meal that tastes terrible. They say, "How is it?" You say, "You just stuffed yourself with a good meal when a great dessert arrives." What do? You're eating at a fancy restaurant known for its food. What course do you select? Everyone's sharing a dessert, and there's an extra piece. What do? Your friend offers to treat you dinner. What do? Everyone around you is laughing hard at something you think is pretty boring. What do? Do you prefer to be busy or have a lot to? Do you prefer to be busy or to have a lot of free time? You're about to buy a popular game when someone gets the last copy. How do you feel? You run into a new person you haven't talked to very much before. What do? You take off your shoes and realize your socks are two different colors. What do? Good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? Do you make any New Year's resolutions? I did. You are in a completely silent assembly when you suddenly hear someone pass gas. How do you react? You're running a marathon, and at the start you fall flat on your face. What will you do? I would keep running, but that's just me. You find something at a great bargain price. What do? You've been asked to do a difficult task. What do? You notice that a toy you bought at full price yesterday is marked down to half price today. How do you feel? The phone is ringing. What do? Your friends seem to be making plans to hang out, just out of earshot. Do you think it's important to be fashionably late? You want a big raffle ticket. You say, your friend suddenly won't listen to you when everything was fine yesterday. What happened? You fail miserably. Everyone found out and they're disappointed in you. What do? You're on a stroll when a TV crew pounces on you for an interview. What do? The people at the next table are singing for someone's birthday. What do? You see a big and comfortable bed. Your first reaction is you are daydreaming. When your friend sprays you with water, what do? How are your mornings? You've been invited to a wonderful party. It's time for the party to start, but there's nobody there. You think, what is your studying style? You've been handed a large bag as a souvenir. What do? Hey, what's that? There's someone behind you. So, did you look just now? You want to reveal that you like someone a whole bunch. What do? Well, I actually do like someone a whole bunch, but I don't really know what I'd rather say about that. Yeah, again, and the final question is, are you male or female? So, yes. I'll let you guys take a look at this quiz and see what the answer's like as well. It's actually broken down to a nice, actually this site, not only do they they actually broke down all the questions in questions with 2 answers, questions with 3 answers, and questions with 4 answers. And they actually give you results as to who you'd be. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Don't worry. I'll be putting a link in the description down below so I can tell you how it is. Wow, that actually killed a lot of time. Yeah. So, I guess with that going on, all we can do now is, man, it's such a bummer that, without football going on or not much else, I mean, I did watch. Actually, that's true. I did watch a little bit of hockey last night. I think it was the Penguins and the Flyers. I mean, I didn't really watch much because the Flyers were winning like 2-0 at the time. I mean, I know I said I'd be a little more, and hands-on with focusing on watching, hockey and stuff, but like I just missed so much already. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I'll have to play it by ear and see. But for now, I think we just move on with our day. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, turn on those notifications on YouTube by ringing that little bell. I am very humbled to make this video for all of you guys who watch and enjoy. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful hump day, because it is hump day, folks. And remember, if you guys don't want to talk, our channel is going to be here to lend an ear. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.